When I was 21, Dad suggested I make a date to take out the sister-in-law of a younger friend of his. I explained to him that I did not call up chicks to go on blind dates. I first had to, see what they looked like. Not that I had Errol Flynn looks, but I had to protect my fragile ego. Dad pushed the issue. He was even willing to lend me his car on a Saturday night. Huh? The only time I got his gold-colored 1970 Chevrolet was when I would first help Ma do her shopping since she never learned to drive. I reluctantly agreed to make the call to the unknown girl, because I couldn't stand Dad's nudging. I should have known right away that I was in for a miserable Saturday evening. On the phone, her voice sounded like, how should I put this? She carried a jockstrap flung over her shoulder. Her sister's apartment was on the north side of a street where you couldn't park. I pulled up on the south side, crossed over, and nervously rang the bell downstairs in her building. Once let in, I came to the floor on which she was staying, strode over, and stood in front of the door, took a deep breath, and then knocked. The door opened, and my worst fears were realized. There she stood, all of her, built like a nose tackle for the Chicago Bears. As it was already almost 9 p.m., I decided that we were not going to a movie or even bowling. In fact, we were not going anywhere we could be seen in public. I made sure to drive through a suburb where the street lights were not as intense as in Chicago itself. On the way back from our drive, I went in a direction where I couldn't park in front of her house. So, I had an excuse to just let her out. Okay, I'm not a gentleman, but either was Errol Flynn. I drove the few blocks home, not knowing whom to blame, myself, my father, or fate. Hey, check out part 2, and I'll tell you how the fates got even.